Good day, ma'am. Good day, classmates. I am Daniel Imumbaugan. I am the reporter of Chapter 5. The topics to discuss: training options, outsourcing training program, training evaluation. There are the four types of training options. First, the outsourcing. Second is the internal training. Third is the product related training. Fourth is the independent professionals. First, we need to discuss the outsourcing outsourcing or always organization to the concentrate on their core business. Outsourcing means a business practice where a company hires a third party to perform tasks, services, or operation for the company. And the core business means it is a main activity or focus and the reason it was created o focus sa kanilang ginagawa at hindi na mag-add-on pa, kailangan nila mag-focus sa kanilang own business. Ika pa nga is mind on your own business. Second is the internal training. Internal training, it means a program that teach employees the skills and knowledge they need to perform their jobs better. Lot lot of questions has been raised whether to go for outsourced training for setting up all the internal divisions. O dito sila sa part ito, dito sila nag-raise ng concerns, nag-raise sila ng kanila to clarify. And the second is the outsourced companies recruit external trainers and call them to the company for the train employees. O iba naman ay nag-hire sila ng trainer para magawa nila ng maayos yung kanilang trabaho o para maturuan yung mga employees. Third is the product-related training. Product-related training is the dealer who delivers to apparatus or installs the system, offers the initial training. Second is the apparatus dealer may choose to send their trainers or recruit outside. Product-related training, it is the targeted training program to aim to informing employees about the features, functions, and the possible application of the particular products o kailangan kanilang kilatasin yung kanilang sariling product o kailangan nilang ma-master ito at iwas sa pagkakamali. Baka iba naman yung ma-endorse nila. Halimbawa ka sa inyo, yung endorsement. Yung endorsement sa iyo ng product is Coca-Cola at yung endorse naman is Sprite. Dapat ito is dapat related talaga yung training sa product na ginagawa ninyo. Fourth is the independent professional. Independent professionals is the emerging traits and opportunities professionals need to keep themselves updated of developments. Or independent professional, an independent professional also known as freelance or IFRO, is a self-employed worker who provides services to clients. They are typically highly skilled and work in a service sector or perform intellectual activities. Or those who are self-employed work from home or remotely and often work in isolations. That is the independent professional. Move on to the next topic. It is the outsourcing the training of employees. Outsourcing training, the prospective benefits of outsourcing trainings are well organized. Outsourcing training is important to the employees. Para yung mga employees is well organized talaga and well prepared. Next is the outsourcing also allows companies to deliver the best training to their employees so they can get the clients the best of their abilities. O diba? Dahil sa outsourcing, ina-allow nila talaga na mas ma-improve yung kanilang mga employees para mas ma-handle nila o mas makita nila yung kanilang mga clients to their abilities. Diba? Importante talaga pag may nalalaman ka. Next is the outsourcing is the competent tool that ensures offers convincing return investment. Next topic is the training methods. Training methods are the techniques used to teach people the skills and knowledge they need to perform the task. O ito yung ginagawa nilang isang tools para ma-perform nila ng maayos yung kanilang task. Uh, Ayon pa dito, there are various methods of training which can be divided into the cognitive and the behavior methods. Cognitive and behavior methods means it is the treatment approach that helps you to recognize negative or unhelpful thought and behavior patterns. Dito naman yung ating mga behavior patterns. So, unthoughtful thoughts para how to handle the clients na emotional, hindi padalos-dalos. Ito po yung kahalagahan ng training methods. First is the cognitive methods. Cognitive methods means it is the use experimental research methods to study the internal mental processes such as attention, perception, memory, and decision making. Sa cognitive methods naman, dito naman yung perceptions, attentions, and decision making. Dwell on giving theoretical training to trainers. First is the various methods under the cognitive approach provides rules on how to specific tasks such written verbal informations and demonstrate relationships of concepts. Next is the lecture discussion approach. Lecture discussion approach. This is the trainer presents to talk but or she stops frequently to ask students questions or request students read their prepared materials. Ito naman yung ma-approach yung trainer sa'yo kung may manalaman ka sa discussion ninyo or may naiintindihan ka o yung mga student naman mag-raise sila ng hand sa trainer ganyan to clarify naman. That is the lecture discussion approach. It is the traditional method of teaching. Ito talaga yung nakasanayang pamamaraan ng pagtuturo. Yung may mag-raise ng hand to clarify. Primarily one way from trainer to the audience. Next is the good lecture of consist. Ito yung kung mas maganda yung pagkaturo mo, may magbunga ito ng interaction topic, kung ano yung purpose na lecture or mga priorities preference to order. And the main features naman is ability to identify the correct and misunderstanding o yung hindi na pagkaintindihan o yung mga least expensive o can reach the large number of people once para makuha yung attention ng ibang tao. Less effective because requires the period of train actively. Kailangan nila mag-ensayo talaga o mag-aral talaga na mabuti to perform their job frequently. Next is the demonstration hands-on method. The demonstration is requires to train to actively involve learning. Second is the ideal for developing special skills, understanding, while skills is transferred to the job, experience the aspects of completing tasks. Dito naman is yung demonstrations, dito na i-demonstrate yung mga employee o to train them actively. Kailangan active sila sa pag-train sa kanila para kung sa actual jobs na ay madadala na ito sa actual jobs nila. Next is yung ideal developing skills naman nila, para yung mga skills naman nila ay totally develop at walang masasayang. The main features is demonstrate the task by describing how to do while doing. Ito, i-describe sa kanila kung paano gawin at paano ito ginagawa. Next is help the trains focus their attention to critical aspects and tasks. Dito talaga mag-focus or yung nakatuon talaga yung attention nila sa natuturo sa kanila para ma-perform nila yung maayos yung kanilang task. Second is to explain why procedure should create in a certain way. Next na naman tayo dito sa computer based training or CBT. Ang interactive training experience wherein the computer provides learning stimulus where the train must respond. Alam natin na yung computer talaga is nakakatulong para pamadali nating trabaho, ganyan. Mas madali nating maintindihan, less expenses, di ba? Ito talaga is nakakatulong kaya mo tayo may mastery ka talaga sa computer. Next is the computer analyze the response, provides feedback to the train. Ito yung mas madali ma-analyze at mas madali maka-response o madali maka-provide ng feedback sa mga ginagawa mo. Itong CBT naman, marami itong benefits. Reduce training learning time, mas madali lang yung pagtuturo, mas madaling maintindihan, or produce the cost of training. Yung mga gastusin sa pagtuturo, hindi mo kailangan magkumuha ng tutor pa dahil nandito naman yung computer-based training. Yan po ang kahalagahan ng CBT o computer-based training. Yun lang po at maraming salamat. Good day.